Hello everyone, to Dark Souls 2 episode, I think this is 14. The last episode, we had killed the Lost Sinner, and we come here. I also talked about the Great Souls, and yeah, we need to kill 3 more. In this episode, we'll be going through this area. I believe it's called the Huntsman Copse. I might be mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm not, but, you know, either way. Huntsman Copse. And the weapon of the day is actually great hammers. So, yeah, that's kind of it. It's great hammer. Here's the demonstration of it. I hope you guys enjoy. So I said before, with the weapon of the day being the great hammer, it's, you know, what we're using here. Well, here's the demonstration. Like I said, so the so let me explain the great hammer. Great hammer is one of many weapons that are great. There are great swords. There are also great swords, as we've seen, but then there are great hammers, and there are also great axes, I believe. Yeah, it's a great axe. There's great axes and then great hammers. That's kind of it for. Oh wait, no. Then there's also great curved swords. So we'll be seeing them later on. But most of the time, it just makes them slower but do more damage. So if you haven't already caught on to that, so two-handed this weapon is pretty cool. It's light-handed. It's light attack for two-handed is again another 2 combo. Or to spin and then a spin again, but falls down. His heavy attack for two-handed is just a slam, which again is great for single enemy attacks. As we've seen, most slams it's great for single enemies, but at the same time, sometimes you can hit multiple enemies. It's two-handed. It's a slam. No, I gotta do my. It's two-handed. One-handed light attack is a slam into another slam. It's a very slam heavy thing. The R2 is like the light, or sorry, the heavy attack for its one-handed is like the light attack for two-handed. It's just a swing into another slam for if you want to combo it. You can riposte with it, you can backstab with it and all that stuff. But I believe this can't be riposted. I believe this can't be parried unless it's one-handed, I believe. Because that's how it is with great swords. I believe that's how it is with this as well. Hold on. Let's see if I can get him up. We'll get him up and then we'll attack him. Wait, that's weird. Alright. We'll be able to riposte him now. I mean, backstab him. Or we can kill him. You'll see the backstab anyways in the video, so don't worry. I mean, I always end up showing the backstab. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Oh, before you guys leave, here is the list of the great hammers, you know, and the number of them. Again, I forgot how many there were. I remember I saw the list and there were 23 great swords, which is what we needed last episode. But now I don't know how many great hammers there are because I completely forget. But you'll see all of them in editing, and yes, it includes DLC. So other than that, I'll see you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video. Yeah. Cool. Let's do it. Okay, now that you've seen the demonstration, let's get to it the rest of the episode. So, if you remember a while back, we had gotten 10 intelligence and 10 faith.
The dark stirs. I see. The dark is sparked within you. My name is Falcon. I will track with you what you need.
So, we can't talk to him if we don't have 10 intelligence and 10 faith. I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Here we can buy a shield, sacred chime, a staff, and a thrusting sword. A ring of protection, some dark pine resin, and some hexes and miracles. If I know I haven't quite explained them yet.
The time will come.
And I'll explain them later. I'll explain them on episode 20 when we have done all the weapons in the game, except for like explaining staffs and stuff. But I'll explain that on that episode. I'll explain magic and stuff on episode 20 because that's where I'll explain miracles, pyromancies, hexes, and sorceries, as well as chimes, pyromancy flames, and staves. So don't worry about it. We'll get to those. So either way, let's continue on through here. And this is very slow, as you can probably see from the video. It's going to be very slow. It's probably going to be the death of me for a few times, but we'll be good. See, for these enemies, it's really bad because you have to fight them, and they're really quickly gonna be able to drain their health if you can't hit them. For these fast enemies, I just say shoot them. That's why we have a bow. And yeah. Also, I can introduce a new enemy. It's a butterfly. They will poison you from above. That's kind of it. They're all around this area, and you really need to be careful around them because they will severely poison you. It's not fun, especially when you get invaded later on in the game and you have to fight something that invades you. It really isn't all that great. Oh, I forgot that that's where you spawned. So we have a great hammer, as you know, so it's going to be doing a lot of damage. Especially for this area, I would say use the R2, the two-handed R2. It does a little bit more damage, and you can really get in there. Oh, okay, or not. It's real dependent on how you just attack. Like, for situations where this is not what I wanted. I'm gonna end up dying here. When it's one enemy, for some reason he likes turning. Yeah, right here, when it's one enemy, you want to use the R2, just because it's a one enemy attack and it makes it so that they die really easily. Don't worry, we'll come back to this area and we'll have to fight them later. But for right now, don't worry about them. Or about it. We'll come back. Best way to do this area is actually come over here, deal with this guy, because there's a ladder and he'll jump down it. See that ladder right there? It's the same path, just make sure you take that guy down first. And here we come to a first bonfire. I believe I'm in Huntsman's Copse officially now. Also, that item over there are many ways you can try to get it. Just be careful while you do. If you miss the jump, you will die instantly. So yeah, I'll be getting that later in the game to show off a covenant. But for right now, we can't really do that. And the item there is the only way you can actually get into that covenant offline. So yeah, just be wary of that. Here comes a new enemy. It's I don't know what they're called, but they're like grave guys. Grave guys. They have a lot of health, and they're pretty fun to deal with. Trust me. My favorite enemy in the game. They're not horrible. I believe they can drop their weapons. Their weapon. I might be wrong. Best way to deal with these guys is make them do one of their many attacks, and then just backstab them. It's really that's how you do it. Yeah. That's how you fight that boss. Okay. Okay, so now that he's dead, we have a few things here that we can start. We have a few paths we can go down. First off, we're gonna kill this butterfly so that we don't get poisoned. Then we're gonna kill him because, well, we can. And then lastly, funny enough, very similar to how we did before, we're gonna come over here and kill this butterfly that's way over there. I believe there's one more around here. I might be wrong. I think I am. A life gem. Ah, yes. Come over here, the Dark Spirit Forlorn summons, and we've seen him before in the forest. He is just the same. Best way to, I think, to fight him right now is just R2 him. Or knock him off a cliff, if you can. That's probably your best bet, to knock him off the cliff right now. Or he can roll right through your attacks, and that's not fun. If you're fighting Forlorn, I really don't suggest using a heavy weapon. Unless it's, like, really powerful. It's just bad. And I'm dead. I'm not. Wow, that's surprising. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Or not. Remember, healing takes forever in this game, so, you know, just be careful while you heal. Don't worry, I'm gonna be going back to the bonfire. I just want to kill Forlorn here to show him off, you know? Or at least try. Because that's the best I can do right now, it seems. Because he just isn't really feeling like just letting me smush him. That's close. There we go. And one more. Oh, get out there. Okay, or not. And there we go. So we weren't able to kill him the first time in the forest, but now we are. For right now, you're not going to notice much. But a human FG is a human FG nonetheless, so... yeah. I thought this was a different guy that was over here. I mean, I'm kind of sad that I was mistaken. But it's fine. It's whatever. I'll take a life gem for right now. I'm gonna need those. Aromatic ooze. What are that again? Ah, magic. I see. Makes sense. Alright, now that we're gonna walk back, we actually don't need to go there anymore. Quickly come in here, pick this up. Morningstar. This is the second area in the game you can get that by just picking it up. It's pretty cool. That's just like heads up if you want it. Also, we didn't grab these item because, oh my, I thought I was gonna die there. Because I jumped, and thank God that tree was there. I actually skipped a heartbeat. So we're gonna come back to the bonfire, just kind of heal up. We won't be fighting Mr. Forlorn anymore in this episode. Hopefully. For some reason, doesn't spawn in a random area that he's never spawned in before, or never allowed to spawn in. Don't worry, we won't be fighting him. We will be fighting most of the guys that we fought already, but, you know, that's not bad all that. I mean, that's not all that bad. Especially with, you know, our better knowledge of the guys. Well, your guys' better knowledge, and my own ability to get good. when this episode goes up, we will be only a few days away from our first year of doing YouTube, and I'm excited for that. It's really doesn't show much, but I think it's beautiful in its own way. There you go. I really don't like the combo that it has with the whole swing. Well, slam and then into swing. I don't really like that. That's why I'll be using the R2 alone most of the time, as you'll see me. Because the R2 alone, you know, just a one R2 is, I think, better. Just in general. For right now, we can't do anything, like, for trying to get in there. So don't try it, because it's a stupid idea. Because there's literally no way to head in there. But what I can tell you is that we'll come right over here and deal with this guy. Or not. That's always a thing that's happened. Now that he's dead, we're going to take this path. Stay by the left side. You'll notice a few enemies. I'd say deal with the dog. And then do that. Especially if you're using this item. This weapon. I think it's going to be a lot easier if you do that. There is a third one. A third guy like that around here. I don't know where he is right now. Whatever. We're gonna head and... Oh, I found him. I didn't know he was right there. He's just about dead now. Now he is dead. By the way, we're gonna head over here, open this up, and this will lower a bridge. You know, the one that's kind of just soaring up there. We're not... Oh, there you are. Of course you do it in the other direction. I was thinking of this guy, not the other one. So we're gonna come over here and drop on down. So you remember this guy that I told you, like, not to really worry about? Right, yeah, he's here. Let's go in. He can completely 100% miss me. And then me backstab him. So yeah, just come up from the top. It'll be good. Just kill him like you do everyone else. You know, just backstab him. Also, this is where you get the sorcery soul spear. Very good. For right now, could be better though. A sublime bone dust. That's our second that we have to have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I have used one before. Cool. I don't need to explain it. Sometimes I just forget, you know, sometimes you just forget if you explain it or not. It's a whole thing. Either way, we have gotten one of those before, and you know exactly what it does. It boosts the healing it gives, the Estus Flask. I say it like you guys knew. The Estus Flask boosts how much healing it gives. It's quite nice. There's a bonfire in here, but we can't do much about that, so we're gonna head over here. This door will become more handy later. Just for right now, stick with me. Be careful around these guys. They're not fun to deal with. Yeah, just a waste of an arrow, I guess. I'm only shooting these guys because they're not a fun time to deal with when they're not a fun time to deal with when you're on a cliff and you really don't got that best weapon to deal with them. It'd be real nice right now if we'd stop moving. But it's a Dark Souls game, so what do I expect? I'm like a great sharpshooter right now. Hitting every one of my shots. Alright, that was just bad on my part. Where are you going? Where are you going? Right there? Alright, cool. There we go. I only shot him, especially because there's this guy. And, yeah. There's two of them. So just be careful there. And then take this left path first. You'll notice that it's going to be much more handy, to say the least. And then don't walk too close quite yet. Okay. I said don't walk too close because of that guy. But that's really doesn't matter as long as... Oh, man. She really doesn't do a ton of damage. And you can kind of just make her fall into the ground. If you're using the same weapons I am. Which, again, I don't understand why you would. Really no point. You kill her. You don't have to kill her, but you kill her. And then you can come over here and pick the Undead Lakaweki. And then get her, you have a chance for her to drop her robe. That's cool. But if you remember, the bonfire was locked behind a door, so let's go get that, I guess. I say I guess like I'm not going to get it, but I am going to get it. It's right over here. Pop this bad boy right open. Oh, and we see there's a new guy here. An NPC. Let's talk to him.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment.
Who are you talking about?
You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror.
Now we found someone for Mirror again.
From land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way. He was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You'll know it when you see it. I've seen this type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. Tell you. He's a slick talker. So don't let him fool you. Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find the common footpad and put an end to his roguery. Pate.
So... we've seen someone named Pate before, and in episode 10, was it? Yeah, let's just say these two characters don't like each other for now. But that doesn't really matter. No, those are, yeah, so now, we have technically two paths we can take. I'm gonna take the upper path here. And you might be wondering, what do you mean upper path? So we got this path up here, right? And at first glance, there's not much area you can go to, but then you look down here, and you're like, bada boom, bada bing. Here is this way. Also, you have this guy. I would shoot him for now. Once you kill this guy once, he never comes back again. He will be useful later on when we go through that path. Just, you know, make sure he's dead. And then you can go this path, where you will, if he gets here fast enough, you can find, if he gets here at all, that is, you can find this guy. This is not the right guy, but it works. the right guy is this guy, I think. Ah, there's two of them. That makes sense. It'd be real nice if I had a... He's right there. Due to the brightness the game is on right now, you can just barely see him. My apologies, gamers. Don't worry though, we have a radiant life gem we can use here, so everything will be just fine. Over here is a bit dangerous, so yeah, just, you know, be careful. There's two of them in there. It doesn't exactly look like it at first glance, but you should know that this game never makes anything look like it's supposed to at first glance, especially, you know, especially for an avid Dark Souls player. So yeah, come in here and pick this item up. I don't remember what this is. Flame butterfly. This is going to be flame butterflies. They're going to be a little bit more useful later. I've already explained them. And that's where that witch died, by the way, if you were wondering. If you were to take an upper path, you could jump and then you could land here. You could just go over here. Completely just going, you know, around that area. Very useful. Then we have, sorry for the loud waterfall. Then we have the fog gate, and then we have the shortcut type area that's right over here. I'll be taking this area to kind of show it off, and just in case I die on this boss, which is possible to, you know, because of my weapon. But welcome to some skeletons. Skeletons are weak to blunt weapons, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I'm not. So, yeah. And the reason we killed that lady before, you know, the one that we shot at, the old one, the one next to the item, the person that was standing right here, right, we killed her because she brings the skeletons back to life. And we don't want that. So, yeah. That's about it. You know, kill the guy and then open this up. Once you open this up, this is a shortcut, basically, directly to the bonfire. Of course, you kind of can't tell, but it is. This is another witch woman. Again, she's here. Kill her so that she doesn't ever spawn again. And, yeah, you can kind of be on your merry way for now. This area is kind of useless to us now. That item, I believe, is a flame butterfly. I might be wrong. The item over there. I believe it's a flame butterfly. Again, I might be wrong. But for right now, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk dying. You know, it's kind of that whole thing. And let's go inside. And fight this boss. Quickly, let me just put on one of these bad boys, I guess. Might as well. You know. And welcome to a boss, the Skeleton Lords. Skeleton Lords are a very interesting boss. Literally you kill them, and then this happens. Yeah, all these skeletons come up and want to kill you. So that's this fight. Literally, just be careful. Make sure you're not getting too... what's the word for it? Too surrounded by enemies. Make sure that you're very careful. And make sure you have a whole bunch of alluring skulls. I am not sure how I didn't get hit there. And once you kill them both, well, once you kill them, they slowly start spawning other enemies. And in this case, it's going to be skeletons and armored skeletons. So, yeah. So, welcome to this fight. The fight becomes, a lot of just waiting around, getting ready to swing the next swing. Make sure you're really stocked up on Lowering Skulls before this fight, just so that you don't have to worry later that you'll get over attacked, basically. And once the main skeleton lords are dead, like the big ones, it's just these guys. Oh, and if you're wondering, they do drop Lowering Skulls. So, yeah. Best way to do it is just Lowering Skull, and then, nice wide attack, you know? As you'll see right about now. Or not at all, because I miss every one of those shots. If you kind of can't do much, just bow and arrow it. You know. Oh, also remember how I told you the skeletons are weaker to blunt? Use that to your advantage during this fight. Use blunt weapons. Don't go into the fight with a nice weapon that might get you killed. You know, where are the other skeletons? Oh. Anytime now. 3, 2, 1. Dead. That's the fight, folks. And that's kind of it. So let's actually head forward, and I'll be able to show you the next area a little bit, and I'll be able to do a call level up and get the next weapon of the day, hopefully, if I get it correctly. If I did everything correctly, it'll be the next one of the day. But that's all dependent on if I can. If this would like to move. There you go. Come on. There. That's how you do it. So, let's get going. Yeah. Let's head right up here, and this ladder's literally not useful whatsoever. It's just to basically be like, oh, you can't go backwards. It's really not gonna do much. So we're gonna use the bonfire here, and then so we're not poisoned. This area has a lot of poison in it, if you're wondering. So just be ready for a lot of poison. Make sure you got that green moss, right? That's what it's called. Yeah, poison moss. In this, make sure you have all that ready.
I'm
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
an ore stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this God's forsaken place. But I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for rare bits. Oh, don't look at me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Oh, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
So, the stone trader, Colonna, I think that's her name. She sells 2 spells, Miracle and a Hex, and she sells a Bonfire Aesthetic and Titanite Shards. She, for right now, doesn't do much. But let's talk to her normally.
I came here in search of rare stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. Drang Lake. How is it that I ended up here? It's funny. I can't seem to remember. I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long. I've searched, perhaps, I suppose.
So, if we know every shop, up to this point anyways, they always move to one place, and we've been there before, many of times. You know, it's kind of a place we call home for right now. Majula. It's Majula. That's kind of it. Majula. So, she's right over here. We'll follow her quest a little bit more later. I want to do a few things before we end the episode. So, okay, nothing here. Might as well get a few more arrows. Alright, we'll get 100 arrows. You just need arrows, you know. I'd love to reinforce some stuff, but for right now, not quite yet. I'll come back to you. I want to do a few other things. So, we're going to head to the Lost Bastille, to Macduff's workshop. The reason we're coming here is to buy an item and kind of level it up. Because it will most likely be next episode or the episode after that's weapon of the day. We actually haven't had a weapon like that yet, I do not believe. Let me just quickly double check. And it's a negative. We have not had this weapon yet. Also, I need to buy sorry. Also, I need to buy this. And that. Oh, sorry. So, the weapon I wanted to buy is the Uchi Katana. It's katana. That's kind of it. That's all you need to know for now. And then I was kind of gave in to buy this because we need a great axe anyways. So, now that we have that, that's good. That's going to come in handy later. So, yeah, I kind of came in here to level this up for now. So that when we do get there, our weapon will be better off. So, let's go equip it, I guess. Well, equipped the next item. And what will it be? I don't know. This is... See, the weapons, we still have to... I know we still, I need to still level up and stuff, but the weapons we still need to do is katanas, great axes, lances, twin blades, and then another fifth one. Well, actually two more after that. Two more. We got a great curved sword, which is basically just this and this combined. Or really, the scimitar and then the tringlike sword combined. There's only 4 of those in the game. And then we also have the Reaper, which are really just scythes, but not, you know, like the Grim Reaper scythe, that kind of idea. They're like that. So, yeah. Actually, episode 21, I forgot one. I actually forgot about the great axes. Episode 21 is when we'll actually talk about miracles and all that stuff. But for right now, we'll put on the Uchi Katana. I'll explain that when we get to that episode, but let's head to Majula and level up. And maybe even talk to a few people. Because we still have Kale. We haven't really communicated with him all that much. Do you remember?
Here, help.
So that's a thing. So let's level up our strength too, and then I guess just put another one in endurance for now. I put it in too so that the great axe can be used with, you know, one-handed. That whole shtick. We only have, yeah, okay. Didn't want to tune a spell, but I want to use a sublime bone dust. And yeah, for right now, this is like the majority of all the stuff we can do. Don't worry, we'll be heading down in this pit sooner rather than later. Let's talk to you. Ooh, you're in a new stance.
I'm glad to see you safe.
I think.
Take a look at my wares.
You're not. He's not. We're just gonna buy a helmet.
Thanks.
I need a good helmet. One that doesn't overbear me. Actually, I can wear this with pride. Oh. Yeah, I'll put this on. It's a little heavier, but you know, it's not too bad. And then we put this bad boy on and put on something a little bit lighter, like this, and then put some light pants on. Like the priestess skirt. There we go. I'm really liking her shtick now. It's really fitting. Alright, other way. Let's head over here. So, remember, Carol a while ago in episode 10, funny enough, he told us to kind of come back down here. You know, he told us to come down here. We did. He wasn't here. So now that we're back down here again, here he is.
Oh,
Can't
hello
talk
again.
today.
You've made it. The map, I presume.
Yes.
Of course. Take a good look.
Before we talk to him a little bit more, there are exactly, I believe there are 7 flames that will light up. For right now, I won't be explaining them. Let's just say this one, the one I'm on top right now, has to do with the Lost Giant, and this one has to do with the Lost... Well, this is the Last Giant, and this one is the Lost Sinner. I'll explain more as we continue on, but, yeah, for right now, continue talking to Gale. Ignore why so many people are dying. It's because they attacked Gale. That's kind of it.
Ah, yes. There is something I wanted to tell you. I was born in the land of Mirror.
What is this, number 3 now?
Mirror is also the home of an infamous killer, a knight in name alone. He was locked in the dungeon for multiple murders, but shortly before his execution, he managed to escape. And the other day, I saw a fellow with a striking likeness, and then, wait. Well, I think he looked rather similar. No, it's true. I saw just such a man, I swear. I believe his name was Cray something. I believe. They shared some resemblance, I think.
This was not planned. Ooh. Well then.
Even more flames have appeared. I don't know what causes it. Did you see the flame? It wasn't there when I came here before. I don't know what explains it.
I believe he
But
cycles
there
now.
is
No?
something greatly comforting about that flame.
No, cycle yet.
It seems to fulfill something very precious, deep within the soul. Something essential. I would not venture far into that hole.
Hole in
It was blocked by
Majula.
a wall, something built long ago.
How does that work?
But it was crumbling, and I finished the job. Now
Yeah.
a foul sound echoes within.
Talk about the hole in the hole over here. That hole. Not the one in Majula that's like right across the street.
Did you see the figure?
Alright, he says the same thing. So he was talking about a guy at the name Cray something. Yeah, and then that guy that we were talking earlier, talking about a man named Pate. Yeah, very interesting. There's one last thing I would like to do before we completely end the episode, and that is kind of just reset the area. Because I want to see if this will work. I want to see if he's changed. And then, please, 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 please. He is? He's not. You're useless to me. Alright. It's because I have to spend a whole nother 10,000 souls. Either way, we got a whole new getup, and we beat another boss. So in the next episode, we'll continue through the area. It's called Harvest Valley. That's what that area is called, by the way. Just heads up, you know, I'll be calling it as such. So in the next episode, we'll continue through that area, and hopefully beating another boss, or, you know, finding a new covenant, maybe. It's a possibility. And we'll be using the trusty Uchikatana, one of my favorite weapon types, because there's not many of them, but they are great. So, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I believe if this is episode 14 and the episode today was 12, 2 days. So, in about 6 days? No. 5 days is the 1-year anniversary of this channel. Unless this goes up unless this goes up a day later because of scheduling problems, but I hope it doesn't. Or even the day before. I doubt it will though. Yeah, so 5 days until the anniversary. 1 year. Crazy, huh? Yeah, alright. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the next episode. Enjoy this episode. Enjoy the series. Yeah, if this is your first video watching, if this is your first video of the series you're watching, take a ride down the wild side and watch the other 13 videos that we've done. And if you haven't played Dark Souls 2, pick it up. Try it before Dark Souls 1 Remastered comes out. So you can get a true feel of it. Either way, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoyed. Sorry for all this ending talk, but, you know, why not? I'll see you guys next time. Peace.